Another woman now has died because she did not have access to abortion care. A woman has died because she did not have rights to her own body, did not have the choice to decide what she wanted to do with her own body. She knew that something was wrong with the baby, but she was not allowed to do what she wanted to do. Like, before you even comment, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Because let me tell you something. As someone who technically has had an abortion, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do because that baby was so wanted and was literally like a fucking miracle. And yeah. And so I'm just going to say this right here. I had to give myself technically kind of like a self-induced abortion because I had a missed miscarriage. And so I wasn't having like any of the symptoms or anything, but my baby had passed. And I had to take the medication to have that baby pass. Let me tell you something. As a woman who wanted children so fucking bad and who that positive pregnancy test was the best thing that I was so fucking thankful. Taking that pill was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my fucking life. And so for people out there who think that like abortion access and stuff like that is just like people aborting their babies when they don't want them and all of this kind of stuff, it is not at all. The baby that I got pregnant with was wanted, was so loved, and I was so excited. We were so excited, and I was so devastated when we lost it. I felt like a failure as a woman. I felt like my body had failed me in every way. And so then the fact that I had to then take this pill to induce this happening, worse, I don't know. It was awful. It was awful. Don't think that like women are walking into clinics or going into doing any of this shit because they want to all the time. And just imagine, like, I have 4 kids right now. And let's say I were to get pregnant and the baby was to be in this situation, was to have complications or something like that. I knew that. And my choice was to whatever. But I got denied that care and I went septic. Because did you know that if I had chosen not to take that pill and not to abort my miscarried baby, I could have went septic and I could have died. And that's the reality of so many women because that's just what happened. There are health risks to this. And so had that not happened, like, I would have left 2 kids behind back then. And now if it would happen now, I would leave 4 kids behind. And this woman, I'm pretty sure she had kids and now her kids are left behind. And so why are we protecting something that isn't even born yet and not protecting the woman who is taking care of the people who are born? Make it make sense to me. I'm not saying that these fetuses are not miracles and that people are not so excited and they are not loved and their spirit is not just so exciting to these people. But is it more precious than the mother's life? Because once that baby is born, then what? If you don't have the mom, who's going to take care of it? You say the dad, sure. Who's the support there? What if you have other kids? What if you're on family support? No one ever thinks of this shit. No one ever thinks of the other sides of these situations. You just think of some teenage girl walking into an abortion clinic because they've just been sleeping around. That is not the reality for so many women. It is the reality of so many women that there's these medical emergencies that happen that force them to have abortions. They don't want to. Like, the fact that people don't understand this just infuriates me because, especially women, because as women, like, how don't you know that? And women who have gone through having a child or losing a child or anything like that and then still sit there and preach this shit, you look so stupid. And I'm not saying that go full pro-choice and start raising signs and shit like that. But what I am saying is that you should be on the side of the woman and her choice to know that her body knows what to do, and that if she feels like something is wrong, something probably is wrong. Let her decide that, because now it's costing lives. It is. And it's this mom that her life was now taken. And it could be you. It could be you next. Or it could be me, and it could be your daughter. It could be my daughter. And these rights are just going to continue to be just hanging in front of us when they shouldn't be. These are human rights. We should be allowed to do whatever the fuck we want with our bodies. So